about mass?
Hi, excuse me, sir. Am I audible? Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Shibu from Uruguay. Hey, can you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I am doing good. How are you?
Arey, don't log in into that man. How many times I have to tell you? Arey, log out of that man. Log out. Arey, log out of that man. Otherwise, it will echo out. Who is logging in here? Otherwise, it will echo here and there. That's why don't log in. There is one screen here, no? Hello, sir. Father. Yes, joints.
Oh, what is the time there?
The time here is 3:52 p.m.
3:52. Okay, 8 more minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Start exactly at 4.
Yeah, sure.
ஒரு 130 கிட்ட வரும் இல்லை ஸ்டாஃப் இல்லைன்னா 130 வரும் இங்கே ஒரு 19 இது அதை இப்போ கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு எதுக்கு கனெக்ட் ஆகணும்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன் திரும்ப உட்காந்து நம்ம செட் பண்ணிட்டு 10 நிமிஷம் தான் புரியுதா இந்த கேமரா வேணும் சார் இந்த கேமரா இது இருக்கு இருக்கா பெருசு மாற்றுக்கு போட்டு இல்லையா எல்லாம் போட்டு காலி இருக்குது போட்டு இல்லை இல்லை வேண்டாம் பெரிய கேமரா இதான் என் ஃபோனில் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்குவேன் ஃபோனில் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிடலாம் ஃபாதர் ம் அமித் இருக்கானா லைன்ல ஃபாதர் Amit, are you have joints? Mr. Amit. Is it? 93. 93 plus 4, 5, 6. Get like 4. 10 members are here. Javi and Sudhama varla ennu kelanga. Naga inga pottu vandane. அது ப்ளூடூத் இங்கேருந்தே கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாம். பட்டு வேண்டாம், ஏன்னா இந்த டெஸ்க்டாப் தான் ஓபிஎஸ்க்கு வருது, அதை எடுத்து விட்டாலும் வராது.
Start.
இவெல்லாம் எடுத்துச்சுல்ல இரிபிஎம், இப்போ எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது பாருங்க. இரிபிஎம் வெப்கேமு இவெல்லாம் எடுத்துச்சுல்ல, இப்போ எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது பாருங்க. அது அப்படி தான் பண்ணும். லோடு ஏறுதில்ல சார், லோடு ஏற ஏற அது கொஞ்சம் மிஸ்பிஹேவ் பண்ணும். அதுதான் இல்லை ப்ராப்ளம். வேறு ட்ரை பண்ணலாம் நினச்சி ஃபஸ்ட்டில் ஒர்க் ஆச்சு, இப்போ ஒர்க் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. இது இந்த ஃபோன் இன்னொன்று தேவைப்படுது. Father, can we start? Anish father? Start பண்ணுவோமா? அம்மா 3 நிமிஷம் இருக்கு, ஆரம்பிச்சிருவோம். 4 நிமிஷம் தானா, ஆரம்பிங்க, இப்போ சீக்கிரமாக போகலாம்.
Please start.
I don't know. Amit, are you here? Amit Chetri. Call and find out that guy is Amit. தெரியல. Amit Chetri, can you please respond? ஃபோன் பண்ணுங்க அவனை. Yeah, Amit has joined, but he's not responding. Amit is there, he has joined.
Hello.
Amit, can you hear us?
No, but we can't hear you. Okay. Sir, you can hear us, sir.
But his voice is not audible. Tell him to unmute and speak. Tell. இப்பயே லைட் வருதா லைட் வருதுன்னு பார்த்தேன், அதுவும் வர மாட்டேங்குது. இருந்தாலும் இந்த இருவியும் கனெக்ட் ஆச்சுல, இப்பவும் பார்த்து கனெக்ட் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது.
Sir, I'm joining, sir. Please join some of the job.
Nothing is coming, no request is coming here. It's hello? Huh? You can't join a why, man? What is it showing, man? அது ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்துக்கலாம், காட்டுங்க.
அதான் அவங்க கட் பண்ணுறாங்க.
காட்டுங்க, என்ன என்னோட மெசேஜ்.
நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ
100 தான் அலௌடா, இப்போ 97 தான் இருக்குது. உள்ள வந்துட்டானே, லாகின் பண்ணிட்டான், அங்கே இருக்கான். பண்ண சொல்லுங்க. 250 சப்போர்ட் ஒர்க் பிளேஸ்னா 100 ஆகிட்டான். Ray, no one log in. Please keep your phones in the front. Ray, keep your phones in the front, man. Bro. Can't sit 5 minutes without touching your phone. Back side also. Everyone touches your phone.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Can I start, sir?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. With great honor and pleasure, I virtually welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of our Computer Science Department, SJU, Alumni Meet 2022, the first of its kind. I am Amit Chetri from the batch of 2018, and I will be your host for this evening program. I know time does not stop for anyone, and it takes a lot to take some time out of your busy schedule to be here, and for that, I thank you. We are much privileged to have in our midst Sir Maria Shibu, Project Leader, TCES, Uruguay. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing a moment of your time to be here. I'm very confident that we will be enlightened by you today. We highly anticipate for it. So without further ado, I would like to call upon Mr. Kavito, batch of 2018, to invoke us with God's blessing.
Let us all pray. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for blessing us this beautiful day. Father, as we are about to start our program, we pray that you guide us, lead us, and give us the wisdom to be more understandable and patient. I submit all this into your name. Amen.
Thank you for your time, Kavito. God bless. I would now like to give time to Mr. Bengar Mayang, 2017 batch, for the welcome address.
Camera on மாட்டேங்குது. திடீர்னு வருது திடீர்னு போகுதுங்க வந்துருச்சு இங்கே வர மாட்டேங்குது கேமரா ஆனால் அது காட்ட மாட்டேங்குது Banker Mayan, can you please come online?
Then I will remove, okay. You cannot remove more than 100 now. So I will remove.
Ah,
Some. Why is that? Now you can. So you cannot join. So go to the line.
headset headset university sister facility on a plant more than 100
இதில் இந்த பக்கத்தில் உட்காந்து பேச சொல்லுங்கள்
voice camera just
இங்கே வாங்க இங்கே வாங்க இல்லை யாரும் சேர முடியல உள்ள இங்கேயே பேசுவாங்க சரி மாற ஓகே சார் ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகிட்டு சிஸ்டர்
Good evening, everyone. With the great honor and pleasure, I welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the first alumni meet of the Department of the Computer Science, St. Joseph University. This day is very important as it is privilege and opportunity for present students and for us past graduates to meet each other as well as our past professors and staff members. It also gives the alumni a view of earlier changes through which the university has gone through over the past few years. I believe our university is already became one of the top institutions not only in Dimapur but in the whole of Nagaland. To achieve greatness, our university has the important preparations such as a balanced campus and an experienced faculty. It has only been 5 years since the university has started, and it is due to this decision shown by our professors to teach along with the passion shown by the students to learn that has learned a number of universities. It was also possible because of every one of you present here. I know this does not stop for anyone and it takes a lot to take some time out of your busy schedule to be here, and for that I thank you and welcome everyone gathered here. Lastly, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone for participating today. Best of luck to the present student and future alumni on this road ahead. Wishing a wonderful evening. Have a good time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for your time. I would now like to call upon our respected HOD, Dr. S. Padip Kumar Kenny, to take his time for the special address.
Respected Speaker of the evening, Dr. Shibu, Mr. Shibu from Uruguay, Project at TCS, respected faculty members, and my dear students. It gives us great privilege to welcome our alumni students back to this auspicious meet. Due to the COVID situation, we couldn't properly give farewell to our students, but the knowledge they gained here has improvised them very successfully and made them very successful people. So this interactive alumni meet is very needed for the growth of this university and the growth for the department. Often it's said that juniors can learn from their own seniors, and the first years learn more from their seniors rather than from their juniors. But when the alumni come, when they go out of this campus, they bring back a lot of rich experience to our juniors who are now studying here. And this interaction will definitely yield or make the for juniors or the other present students understand what this field is more. So when father was discussing about this meet in person, so what we decided was, here in Nagaland no one knows anything about an IT company. So a view into what is IT infrastructure, what is really about IT, this will suffix or this will help students to better understand about the IT culture, about the various things surrounding IT. So I wholeheartedly welcome our speaker for the day, Mr. Shibu from Uruguay, who completed his BE from Francis Service Engineering College in Tirunelveli, and amongst his busy schedule, you know that it's 6 a.m. for him now. So although his time for him to rest, he has spared his time to actually interact with our students. So thank you so much, sir, and I will give time to the organizers to proceed with the program. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, thank you, Dr. Pradeep. Good evening, everybody, to join in this meeting. So, first of all, thank you, HOD, Department of Computer Science, and Father Anis and other staff invited me this wonderful alumni meeting. Okay, so I am going to discuss about what is organization structure and what are the latest technology currently we are using in our project. Okay, so let me share my screen. Can everybody able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So actually, organization structure nothing but how team build inside the IT company. Okay, so before build the team in IT company, we need to understand about what about project development life cycle. Okay, so based on the project development life cycle only, we have to build the team structure. Okay, team structure or organization structure. So before discussing about organization structure, we will discuss about what is project development life cycle. Okay. So here there are 6 steps we have to follow about project development life cycle. Okay. The first step, starting stage, then initiation phase, next planning stage, then execution stage, then monitoring and performance stage, and closure stage. Okay, so starting phase is nothing but if you see the IT industry, first of all, we will discuss about the hierarchy level. Okay, first is CEO, Chief Executive Officer, then Chief Instruction Officer. Under Chief Instruction Officer, we have Delivery Manager. Then under Delivery Manager, we have Project Manager, then Technical Analytics, and Testing Manager. Okay, so this is a hierarchy level of project development team structure. Okay, so first of all, in the starting page, in the initiation page or starting stage, client manager, right? Client manager, what it will do, they used to connect with the client, okay? Client or customer or business, okay? So who is assigned the project to us, okay? So client manager, what it will do, they used to connect with the customer and discuss about the requirement. Okay. First thing, for example, my project. Okay, if you take my project, I am working in Humana. Okay, US based project. That is a American healthcare industry. Okay, so if they want to automate their process, they shared their detail with different IT company. Okay, for example, TCS is there, Wipro is there, HCL is there, Infosys is there, like that. So first of all, they share the detail about their needs with different IT company. Okay, based on the requirement, the different company make the proposal document. Okay, so these are the feature we can provide, and this is the time limit we can complete this project, and these are the technology we can use, and these are the budget. So this detail in the initial base, client partner discuss with share the detail with the client. Okay, so client will decide based on the multiple proposal. Client will decide which one is better. Okay, so once the project is finalized with, for example, I am working in TCS. Okay, so if the project is TCS client manager, if signed the project, they client partner discuss with, then it is comes to planning phase. Okay, planning phase. Okay, so the initial phase is in the before starting the project, client partner discuss with the customer to get the project. That is comes under initial phase. Okay, planning phase is nothing but once the get the project from client, the client manager discussed all the detail with project manager and project leads. Okay, so these are the project requirement, and what are the technologies we can use, and how long it will take, and how many resource nothing but employee, how many employee is required to finish the project. So what are the testing base we have to follow to test the project. All this detail they have to plan before start to develop the project. Okay, so the next step is execution page. So execution page is after hiring all the employee, they started to develop the project. Okay, they started to develop the project. So the next stage is monitoring and performance based. Okay, so after developing the project, and they have to test the project. Okay, for example, if you we have the black part testing and white part testing, like that. So in the detail we will discuss from the next slide. But the basic things they used to do performance test. Okay, whether all the functions are working as expected. All this detail they will test and monitor before deliver the project to client. So closure phase is nothing but after completed the project, they will deliver the project to business or customer. Okay, this is the project development life cycle we have to follow before discussing with the organization structure. Okay. This is the basic detail I discussed about in this slide. So here I will discuss about some detail about all the steps about project development life cycle. Okay. First of all, project initiation. So project initiation, we have there are 5 steps. One is undertake a feasibility study. Feasibility study is nothing but about, as I discussed, the client partner, right? Client partner discuss with the client about, we have these are the latest technology and this many function we can provide, and within how many days we can complete this project. All this detail comes under feasibility study. Okay. So then identify the project scope. The project scope is nothing but how much features. Features, for example, if you take the healthcare project, okay, healthcare project. If you see the healthcare application, we can see inpatient model, outpatient model, and seriology, and like that different module is there, right? These types of module they will discuss and analyze in the project scope. Okay. So identify the project deliverable. Okay. Identify the project deliverable means within how many days the development work will take, and how many days the testing and monitoring will take, and what is the deadline. So all this detail they will discuss and analyze under project deliverable. Okay. Then identify of project stakeholder. So this is a project stakeholder is this is also same like the feature. Feature means for example functionality level feature they will analyze under project stakeholder. Okay. So business case. Business cases, okay. Business cases is nothing but this is about the logic level. Okay. The logic means what you say. There are, for example, they can provide the feature. For example, these many, if you take healthcare project, there is inpatient, outpatient, seriology, cardiology, pathology, like that. They will discuss how many business feature we can provide based on the requirement. Okay, those details they will discuss before starting the project. Okay. Creating the next step is project planning. Okay, the project planning is nothing but the blueprint of the project. Okay, blueprint is nothing but before starting development, we have the architect. Okay, project development architect. Okay, what they will do, they will make the drawing. Okay, make the graph or drawing to how many pages required in for the particular project, and what are the technology we can use, and what is the front end and what is the back end. Front end means, for example, if you take any .NET project, we can use C# language, or we can use F#, and we can use C++. So they will decide what is the technology we can use front end, and how many, what is the back end. Back end means, for example, mostly in .NET project we are using SQL backend. Okay, SQL server. So how many tables required, and how after entering the data into the form, how the data flow will happen, and where the data have to insert, and from there from where we have to pull the data to some other page. All the things they will plan before in the planning stage. Okay. Then resource plan. Resource plan is nothing but how much employee is required. For example, it's a big project, so if it is a big project, then more number of employee is required to develop the project, right? So if it is small project, then only minimal employee required to develop the project. So all the employee resource plan they will use to discuss before starting the project. So the next step is budget estimation. Okay, budget estimation nothing but based on the total cost of the project. For example, the total cost is maybe 100 crore, and so based on the 100 crore, how much employee we can hire to develop the project, and how much salary we can give to the employee. All those details they will analyze in the project planning stage. Okay. So gathering resource. Gathering resource is nothing but they are hiring the resource as per the plan. Okay. Anticipating risk and potential quality roadmap. So anticipating risk means, for example, before developing the project, they will analyzing about what are the risks we might face in future. Okay. So for example, we are developing the project in .NET Visual Studio 2008. Okay, 2008 now. So today is 2022. So Microsoft is announcing that Visual Studio is going to expire 2008 going to expire in next 2 years. Okay, next 2 years. So if we develop the project in 2008, but our expectation the project should run the next 10 years or 20 years. So, but the Visual Studio is going to expire in next 2 years, then we are facing the risk, right? We are facing the problem. So these types of issues, okay, these types of risk they will analyze before starting the project. So next, project execution. Project execution is nothing but they start after analyzing all the risk and resource planning and technical detail, everything, they started to develop the project, okay? And that is a project execution. They started to develop, they hired the employee and they started to develop the coding, develop the project, okay? Hold under the project execution, reporting progress of the project. Reporting progress of the project means, for example, weekly basis or daily basis or monthly basis, they used to share the status. For example, I am a project developer, okay? And above me, we have the project manager. I used to report to my manager the status about the project. So how much pages are completed, how much in progress, how much yet to completed, all those details we have to report to my project manager. My project manager, what he will do, he will share the status to my client partner. So client partner, what he will do, he will share the status with the business or client, okay? So this is a reporting process. Hold a regular meeting. So meeting means we used to schedule the meeting in, for example, in Google Meet or Zoom meeting to about the progress about the project development. Okay. So the final next step is manage the problem. Manage the problem is nothing but if while developing, if we face any problem, for example, if we stuck anywhere, we used to discuss all the problems on over the call, okay, over the meeting call. So we have the technical analytic, we have the software developer like that, we have the technical analytic, we have the quality tester, okay? So if we struck anywhere and we are not able to progress the particular item, we can share the detail with the technical analytic, okay? So what they will do, they will analyze the problem, okay? And find the solution and how to continue the development, okay? So they find the solution and share the detail with the software developer. So this is the managed problem, okay? Project monitoring and control, okay? So once the development of the project is completed, we have to monitor or test the project, right? So testing is nothing but, for example, we have the two types of testing, okay? One is black box testing, another one is white box testing, okay? White box testing is nothing but outline of the testing. So for example, we have one registration form in the hospital management project, okay? So in the registration form, what we have? So we have the patient name, we have age, and what is the reason for he admitted, and what is the problem he have. All the detail we are entering in the registration form, right? So in black box testing, what will we do? Just enter the basic detail in the form, and after submitted the form, they will use to test whether the particular detail inserted into the related tables, okay? Related table into backend database. So this is the basic testing comes under white box. If it is black box testing means, for example, in the project, while developing the project, recently they developed all the project they are we used to develop by three-tier architecture, okay? Three-tier architecture, nothing but we used to separate the development files in three different parts, okay? So once we enter the data into any pages, the data is transferring to different three files. First, it is moving to data access layer, then it is moving to controller, and it is moving to business access layer, like that, okay? So here in the black box testing, how it is happen? So this data transfer, right? This data transfer is happen via services, okay? Some services. So for example, if it is data is minimum, okay, less GB, then the services should take only, for example, 5 GB data is taking only 5 minutes to transfer the data from one location to another location, okay? So they are checking in the services, okay, how much minute it is taking to transferring the data from one location to another location, okay? So these are the detail, so in-depth monitoring they will do, okay? This is comes under black box testing, okay? And also monitoring. Monitoring is like currently we are we have two types of monitoring, okay? One is a manual monitoring and another one is automation monitoring. Manual monitoring is nothing but, as I discussed before, we are manually checking how many minutes it is taking to for the data flow, okay? Data is moving from one page to DB or DB to some other page. So how many times we are taking this? We used to monitor this manually. But recently, we are using many automation tool like Dynatrace or some other IBM tools. So this automation tool, what it will do, if you configure the particular services in the tool, and you can set the threshold limit, okay? For example, I expected this data transfer should happen within 5 minutes, okay? So I can check the minimum threshold limit and maximum threshold limit. For example, the average data transfer time is 5 minutes means I can check minimum threshold limit 3 minutes and the maximum threshold limit 10 minutes. Okay. So if the particular services taking more than 10 minutes, then some issue is there, right? My expected duration is 5 minutes, but the services taking more than 10 minutes. So in this, based on the threshold limit, we are checking in the automation tool. The automation tool, what it will do, if the services performance beyond the threshold limit, it will generate the alert mail, okay? We can configure the mail also, mail, our office mail or our whatever mail ID we want. So if the services performance beyond the threshold limit, the automation tool automatically generate the alert mail to us and to check the particular services. So we get to know, okay, something is went wrong. So these are the detail is comes under monitoring and control, okay? So the next step is project closer, okay? Project closer is nothing but is the final stage of the project, okay? To deliver the project to customer. So the next step, okay? This is the actually the organization structure, okay? The first is CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and the next one is CIO, Chief Instruction Officer. Next is Software Development Director. Software Development Director, nothing but client partner. Client partner, okay? Under Software Development Director, we have Architect Manager, we have Software Manager, Developers Manager, we have Analytics Manager, okay? So CEO, actually the Software Development Director work is, as I discussed before, he used to connect with his work, his duties, he used to connect with the client, okay? Client with, and he discussed about the project detail, okay? And what are the requirement they want, and what are the new feature we can implement, and what are, for example, if Microsoft or IBM or someone release any latest technology, and whether we can implement that latest technology in our project. All those detail, this kind of detail, client software developer director used to discuss with the client, okay? And how long, for example, if the client share any new requirement, and if they share any new requirement, he used to discuss with the developer manager, architecture, and analyst, okay? And get the detail from all these people, and he come up with some conclusion, okay? So how long it will take to develop, and what are the technology we used, and what is the budget, okay? Based on the employee, how many employee, he analyzed the budget detail, okay? So once he get all the detail, he share the detail with the client, okay? So the CIO, he just give the instruction to how to get more project in our IT industry, okay, in our company. That is the only duty taken care by CIO, and he used to report all the detail with the CEO, Chief Executive Officer. He just sharing the status report, okay. So the main duty, he software development director or client partner, he used to connect with the client, and he just like a middleware between our IT employee and client, okay. And he get the detail from our IT employee and share the detail with the client, and get the detail from the client and share the detail to our employees, okay. This is taken care by software development director. Then based on the architect manager, so based on the requirement, what he will do, he make the blueprint, okay. He make the blueprint, or he make the drawing about the project, okay. How much forms we need, and what are the technology we can use, and what is the database is suitable for this project, and how much tables we want, and what are the procedures, and what are the views. All the detail the architect used to analyze and make the draft, okay. So and for example, in front end, what is the code we can use, okay. Code means, for example, we have C++, and C# like that, okay. So what based on the requirement, based on client requirement, which technology is suitable, and what is the database, and how the data flow, okay. How the data is transferring from page to DB, and from DB to a table. All the data flow also they used to analyze, okay, before starting the project. Under architect, they have some additional sub-architect to supporting him to make the document, okay. So once architect get the final document, final blueprint, he share the blueprint with the software developers manager, okay. Software developer manager or team manager, okay. Team manager, what he will do, he will assign the task with, for example, he the project have 20 pages, okay, 20 pages. So if he have 10 employee, then assign the two form with one employee, like that. Like that, he assign the task and share the ideas how to develop, and all this detail he used to share with the developers, okay. And analytic manager, okay, analyst, okay, analyst, what he will do, while this developer used to develop the project, okay. So if the developer is stuck anywhere, or they not able to progress, or not able to continue the development work, okay, they don't have the solution. If they stuck with any problem and they not able to find the solution to continue the work, this they need the help from analyst, okay, analyst, okay. So analyst, what they will do, they will analyze the issue and find the solution. Once they find the solution, they share the detail with the developer manager, okay, and developer manager share the instruction to all the sub developer and junior developer. Then they can continue the their work, okay. This is basically happen in the IT industry. So, and this architect and developer and analyst, they used to connect the call over the Outlook or Zoom call, weekly basis or monthly basis, okay. And but these people, right, developer and sub-developer, they used to call daily basis and share the status about their progress, their work in progress. Okay, so this is the organization structure. So next is we will discuss about what are the actually you people can able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, thank you. So so next we will discuss about what are the common technology or latest technology currently we are using in IT industry. Okay. So first thing is .NET and and SQL, then SSIS and SSRS. Okay. .NET is a basic platform to provide the project development. Okay, so the Visual Studio we can use to actually Visual Studio basically Microsoft Visual Studio is provide the option to develop the project. Okay, there are multiple types of languages we can use in Visual Studio, like C#, F#, C, C++, like that. Okay, so in-depth detail we will discuss from the next slide. So SQL Server is nothing but a database. Okay, and database is a common database. It is supporting for .NET application. So here we can store more number of data. Okay, so SSIS packages is nothing but is a package for automation purpose. For example, after developing the project, we have storing the data into database. If I want to move the data, bulk data from one server to another server, okay? So this type of automation, we can use SSIS packages. SSRS report is nothing but we are using for a reporting purpose, okay? After we have the data into database, sometimes client want the data into a reporting format in weekly basis or daily basis, so and hourly basis, like that. Okay, I want to for example, sometimes they used to ask, I want the data in a report format, and I want the data in my mail, like that. They used to ask. In this type of situation, we can use SSRS report. Okay, so in-depth detail we will discuss from the next slide. Okay. So .NET, okay. So .NET, yeah, as I told you, .NET is a program we can using by Visual Studio we can develop the project. So we have the .NET framework. Okay, .NET framework is nothing but it have the collection of DLL. Okay, DLL. The DLL is provide the option to make the different function. For example, we have multiple DLL in .NET. Okay. For example, I want to implement the Excel sheet function in .NET application. Okay. So we have the DLL provide the option to create the function about Microsoft Excel inside the .NET application. So like that, yeah, in the .NET application, we can create two types of application. Okay, so one is a web-based application, and another one is Windows-based application. And recently we used to develop mobile apps also. Okay, so the difference between web-based and Windows-based, for example, Windows-based is nothing but, for example, in your college, right? In your college, you people have the library. So, and the library should have one application to manage the books, right? So that particular application only run in your library system. I am not able to run that application from outside, okay? From my system. It is running only from your library system or library computer. So then the particular application running in the your library server, okay? It is not running out of the server. So that is Windows-based application. So web-based application is like, for example, your college website. If you take your college website, that is a web-based application. That application running in the browser, okay? It is running in Internet Explorer or Chrome, like that. So I can able to access your college website from my system. So it will run everywhere. Yep. So that is a web-based application. On the mobile application, we are currently most of the application, they are migrated to mobile, right? So recently all the business and clients, they are using all the application in mobile. So mobile application also we can develop in .NET application, okay? So the next slide is, so here I mentioned what are the technologies is supporting by Visual Studio. It is supported by C. Totally, it is supported by 36 languages. Okay, Visual Studio supported 36 languages. It is the common languages is C, C++, VB, Visual Basic, C#, like that. Okay, but the mostly we usually working on C#. Okay, because C# compared with all other language, C# is most user friendly, and it has have more function, okay, compared with the other languages. And front end we used to do HTML languages for user interface, okay, to design the pages or make the field like if we are developing any, for example, in your college project, right, a student name, student age, the department name, that field design we can do in HTML. And CSS we used to do some animation purpose, okay? So mostly in Visual Studio, we are, for development purpose, we are using C#, and design purpose we are using HTML and CSS, okay? But other languages, it will supported by Visual Studio, but these three are have more user friendly, and it has more function, okay? Then type of application I already discussed, right? It's Windows Form and web form. So Windows Form, it is running inside our server, and web form is used to run browser, okay? Okay. 1 minute, give me a minute, my system. Yeah, okay. Can I able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so actually Windows-based application, how we are deploying is, so if you deploy the particular application, Windows-based application, the exe file will be generated, okay? Exe file will be generated. The exe file, it will present only in your system, okay? So what are the system, the particular exe is presented, you can open the Windows-based application only on the particular server, particular system. You're not able to open the application from out of the system, okay? And web-based application, if you publish the application in web-based application, you have to publish in IAS, okay? IAS is nothing but Internet Information Service, okay? Every server have the Internet Information Services, okay? You have to publish the application Internet Information Services, and you can, in the Internet Information Services, you can enter the name or whatever name you want. For example, your college is St. Joseph University, right? So www.stjosephuniversity.com. Then based on the what are the name you have entered, based on the if you enter the same name in any browser from anywhere, you can access the particular application. So this is a design pattern, okay? Design pattern is nothing but layers, okay? Architect layer. There are two types of architecture, okay? One is two-tier architecture and one-tier architecture, and another one is three-tier architecture, okay? So two-tier architecture means what it will do in the early days, okay? In the early days, what it will happen, all the designing and development part, okay? Everything is, design is coming under one page and development is coming in another one page, okay? For example, design I am developing in HTML, and the development part is I am developing C#, okay? So we have only two parts in the early days. That is a two-tier architecture, okay? So the problem we are facing in the two-tier architecture is, okay, I develop in the project in two-tier. So for example, after developing, I am deploying the project into any server, okay, server. So after the deployment, the project is running successful without any issue. But after 2 months or 3 months, client is asking the new requirement, okay? I want some more features in the project, some more pages or some more function I need in the project, okay? Client are requesting us. So we are in the two-tier architecture, we are as per the requirement additional feature, we are working on it. After developing, if we implement the project in the server, we need to redeploy the entire the application, okay, entire application. So if we deploy the entire application for the small changes, for example, if you take the big project, okay, So I am working in a US project. Okay. So every week we used to implement the new function or new feature in our project. So actually my project cost is around 2,000 crore. Okay. So it's a very big project, and every 1 week I am redeploy or republish the project. If any small mistake will happen, so entire company will be struck. Okay, if a small mistake will happen. Okay, yeah. So that is a drawback in the two-tier architecture. So in two-tier architecture, if any function we are adding in future, we have to redeploy the entire project, because the reason is only two file we have, the design file and the development file. Okay, so that is a drawback in the two-tier architecture. So here you can see the model view controller, right? View is nothing but yeah. Before discussing with, I am discussing about the three-tier architecture also. Okay, so three-tier architecture. The advantage of three-tier architecture is, so for example, we have split up the all development file in separate file. Okay, for example, design is different, and the data access layer file is different, business access layer is file is different, and controller is different. Like that, we are separating a file. Okay, so if then in future client asking any new requirement or new feature, you can modify the particular file and you can redeploy the particular file alone. You no need to deploy the entire application. Okay, so any mistake will happen while deployment. So it will affect only the particular function. It will not affect the entire solution. So that is the advantage of three-tier architecture. Okay. So then we will discuss about the design pattern. Design pattern, recently most of the organization using MVC design pattern. MVC is nothing but model view controller. Okay, it is coming under three-tier architecture. So model is nothing but model view controller. Okay, model view means the user interface component. User interface is nothing but, if you take any project, okay, we have the HTML code for design page, and C# code for development base, and SQL for database. Okay, so view is nothing but user HTML page. Okay, HTML, what are the design, what are the user can enter their detail in the form. Those detail is coming under design page, user view page. The model is nothing but development page, is C#. Okay, so what are the function we want in the project? Those detail we can implement in the C# code. Okay, that is a model case. Okay, controller is acting between the user and model to transferring the data. For example, we have the services. Okay, this is used to share the services used to share the data between HTML to C# and C# to database. That activity is taken care by controller. So all the what are the services we have, that services we can configure under a controller. This is a user used to communicate with the application to enter their data and retrieve the data from the application. Yeah, a model view controller, I already explained, okay? Model, here we have the collection of code, classes, all the detail we have comes under model view. We have the CSS, HTML, that is design part, design coding. The controller, this is acting as a middleware to transferring the data between model view and users, okay? So it is like a services we have, we used to configure under controller. This is a MVP model view presenter, okay? So before we have developed the project in MVC pattern, and 2 years back, okay, 2 years back, Microsoft implemented the new technology like Silverlight, okay, Silverlight. So the advantage of Silverlight is like a .NET application. The advantage of Silverlight is like it is made with MVP pattern. The only advantage, the difference between .NET and Silverlight is, right, the Silverlight is only developed for design purpose, okay? Here in .NET application, we are using HTML code for design purpose, but in Silverlight, we are using SAML code, XAML, SAML code for design purpose. So SAML code provided more option for design, okay, for animation. In HTML, if you want to make any animation, you need the support from CSS, okay? You have to include the CSS code to make the animation in HTML. But in SAML code, everything is inbuilt, okay? It is provided more animation option. That is the only difference between .NET application and Silverlight application. Yeah, this one we already discussed. Yeah, single tier and 3 tier also I discussed before, so I am not going to discuss now. Yeah, here you can see how the data is transferring from 3-tier architecture, okay? So 3-tier architecture, we have the user interface, okay? Then we have the data access layer. Then we have business access layer. Then we have controller. Then we have a configuration file. So a user interface, as I told you, like the user can enter the data. For example, that page is only developed by HTML, okay? That is a user interface. And data access layer, for example, I have to connect with the SQL server, right? For enter or retrieve the data. So that connection string, so in the C# code, I have to write the connection string to make the connection between my C# code and the SQL DB, right? So that connection string, I can write in data access layer, okay? Once the connection is happened, we have the business access layer. In the business access layer, what are the logic I want, okay? What are the function I want in the project? For example, I give one input, but my expected output is different, okay? So I have to do some logic, right? Logic or function to make the expected output, right? That logic, we have to write the code in business access layer. So, and we have the controller, okay? Controller, we have the services. So services, what it will do, it will transferring the data from business access layer to DB. Okay. So that is a function of controller. So this is the way three-tier architecture is working. So now we are separated development file in multiple part, right? So in future, any additional requirement is required, we can only modify the particular file. We no need to modify the entire solution. We can modify the particular file and we can redeploy it, okay? So this is the way we can avoid the big issues or big problem in the big size of project, okay? If we take any small type of project, the two-tier architecture is sufficient. But if you take any big size of project, you should follow the three-tier architecture to avoid the problems, okay? Here I show the screenshot about Visual Studio. If you start to work on the Visual Studio project, here I just to show the screenshot what is a business access layer, what is data access layer, what is design file, present design file, all the things I show in the screenshot, okay? Here business access, right? As I told you, this file we can make the logic, okay? The data access logic, we can make the connection string with the SQL server. So presentation here, we can presentation or user interface. It's nothing but we can make the HTML code and all, okay? Once you start to develop the project, the screen, the Visual Studio screen will be like this, okay? So here you, this is a basic detail. Once we start to design the file, how the page will be like that. So this is not required. So here I enter the basic code, okay? Basic code. How will be the business access layer, okay? Then here is the data access layer. This is also basic code. Here you can see, right? As I told you, the data access layer used to make the connection with the SQL server, okay? Here, if you see this method, okay? Public data set, get data. Here, this is object. This object, we have this object return the server name and database name, okay? Every server have the database, okay? We can create multiple server in multiple database in the server. So what are the server and database we are going to connect? That server and database name comes in the object, okay? Once we make the server and database, we are making, there is two options, okay? One is we can make the script, SQL script inside the C# code, and we can create the script in the SQL server itself, using by stored procedure, okay? We have the SQL server can provide the option to create the stored procedure, views, tables, etc. So we can make the execute script in the with the stored procedure. Else we can create the execute script in the C# code itself. But the best practice is we should, if it is a big project, we should create the script in SQL server. That is the best practice, okay? So here is the final one is configuration file, okay? So whenever you are deploy the Windows-based application or web-based application, along with the exe file, the configuration file will automatically generate, okay? the purpose of this configuration file, if you deploy the Windows-based application, the configuration file name will be app.config, okay? If you publish the web-based application, the configuration file will be web.config, okay? That is a two different. So, but the purpose of configuration file is we can configure the common data or generic data. Common data is nothing but, so for example, I am connecting with the server, okay? So server is a common, okay? We can configure the server name and database in the configuration file. And from the configuration file, we can refer the server and database in C# code, okay? Why we are configuring this common data here? For example, today the server name is, for example, 123, and tomorrow, after 2 years, the server is old, okay? Server is old, and they are client implement the new server, and they want to use the new server, okay? So that time we can change the server name and database in configuration file itself. We no need to change the detail in enter the solution, okay? And also, for example, I want to send the data in my mail ID. So okay. So in this situation, we can keep our mail ID in configuration file. The reason is tomorrow my mail ID change or some additional mail ID we have to add. In this kind of situation, we supposed not to modify the ender solution. We just modify the web config file alone, okay? So the main purpose is we can keep the generic file or common files in configuration file. Okay, this is a basic code I mentioned here. Here I mentioned the step need to follow to deploy the Windows-based application, okay? Windows-based application, as I told you, if you, after developing the project, if you go to solution and right click, it will provide the option to release, okay? Just to make the release. And once you release, the exe file will be generated in your system along with app.config file, okay? So, what are the system have the particular exe file? You can access the application only from the system, okay? You're not able to access the application from out of the system. That is a Windows application. So here I mentioned what are the steps you have to do to deploy the Windows-based application. Here I mentioned how to deploy the web-based application. So to publish the web-based application, we need the IIS, okay, Internet Information Service, okay. Here I mentioned what are the steps we have to follow. It is like a Windows-based application only. So this is the step. Maybe I can share the PPT after my speech. So here we will discuss about the SQL Server, okay? So SQL Server, it is used for store the large volume of data, okay? For example, as I told you, the Visual Studio only provide the option to for user interface and make the logic, okay? Make the function logic. But to store the, we not able to store the large number of record in Visual Studio or somewhere. So to store the data, we should need the database, okay? We should need the database. So Visual Studio is provide the more feature to store the more number of data. So here we can see we have the more features like we can create the tables, we can create the views, we can create the stored procedure to make the logic in the SQL server itself. So so here I mentioned some of the basic function about SQL server. Here, first of all, execute a query against database. For example, I want to select the data. Okay, so you can write the select statement. Select star from I want the data from this table name. So like that, you can update, delete, and the next step insert. Okay, I want to insert the new record in the table. So then you can enter like a insert into this particular table. So this kind of function it will provide by SQL Server. Okay. Then update statement, we can update, we can delete, we can create the new database. In a single server, we can create the multiple database. So we can create a table, all the things we can do it in SQL Server. So here I mentioned the basic syntax about a server. Okay. This is a basic statement, okay, basic syntax I mentioned here. For example, if I want to retrieve the data from the table, if you want the entire data, you can mention select the star from and the particular table name. If you want to retrieve the only particular column data, for example, registration form have name, age, date of birth, and employee detail like that. If you want only the name, you can mention select a name from the particular name like that. This is a basic syntax I mentioned. Distinct SQL distinct statement. Okay, distinct is nothing but it will retrieve only the unique data. Okay, for example, some table have large volume of data and one name have the more data. For example, my name is Shibu. With the Shibu, I have table A have around 100 record. Okay, but table B have only one record. Okay, if I need the record based on the table B, then but some detail is available in table A. For example, table A have employee name, employee age, like that, and table B have job detail. Okay, job name, experience detail like that. Okay, but I need only one record. Okay, this employee and what is the name and job name. So in this situation, what I will do, I will make the join between two different table. Okay, for example, inner join. Okay, if you take inner join, then it will pick the data from two different table. So, but the table A have for hello. Sorry. Okay. I will. Okay. 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 Yeah, I think this is taking more time, so I am trying to close this as soon as possible. Okay. So this is a basic statement I am mentioning here. So actually, after my discussion, I will share the document with your HOD sir, so you can refer the detail. Okay. So SSA, then in the next topic, we will discuss about SSAS package. In the SSAS package is nothing but after storing the data into DB, sometimes business asking the data, they have multiple server, okay? So I have the data is in one server, okay? After entering the data from my application, I am storing the data into one server. But sometimes business asking, I want the data to this server, some other server. So we have to move the bulk data from one server to another server, okay? So we suppose, for example, there are 1 lakh record is there. I am not supposed to moving all the record to I am not able to manually move all the record from one server to another server, right? It will take more than 10 days or 20 days. So I have to move the record in a single shot, okay? Within 10 minutes, I have to move the record to one server to another server. So in this kind of situation, I have to use SSAS package. So SSAS package, it's provide the option to automate the function. And it can be used transferring the bulk data from one location to another location, another server. Okay. Here I am mentioned what are the function it will provided by SSAS package. Okay. Execute SQL task. Okay. This is we can configure the SQL statement to pick the large volume of data. So and a file system. Okay, file system is also we can transferring the file, not only data, we can transferring the files. Okay, a notepad file or Excel file, we can transferring from one server to another server. And FTP also we can use to transferring the FTP file from one server to another server. And script task. Script task is nothing but we can make the C# code in the package itself to make the functions, okay? And send mail task. After send mail task it is using for make the after generating all the generating the data, transferring the data from one location to another location, I want to send the final mail to my business, okay, my client. So SSAS package provide the option to send the mail also, okay. So here I mentioned the step to how to deploy the package, okay, after development. Environmental variable, okay. Environmental variable is nothing but like a configuration file we have in a .NET application, right? Like that we have environmental file in SSAS package to keep the common data like server name, mail ID, like that. We can configure the common data. It is like a .NET application, but this is only for automation purpose. So manual run, we can manually run, or we can if after development, if you right click the solution, we can run the package manually, or if you we have the tool, okay, automation tool. The tool used to schedule the package, okay. For example, I want to run the package daily 10 a.m. okay. If you schedule the package daily 10 a.m. as per the scheduled time, the automation tool automatically kick off the package and run the package, okay. Once it is run the package will make the process as we develop. Here I mentioned the data flow about SSAS package, okay. So SSRS report, this is a final topic in our presentation. The SSRS report is nothing but, for example, after developing the application or after keep the data in the server, so sometimes business asking the data in mail format, okay? So for example, my business asking the data every 1 hour. I want how much resource, how much patient is registered, okay? So every 1 hour. So every 1 hour, the SSRS report provided the option we can schedule and we can subscribe nothing but we can generate the mail, okay? Generate the mail, what are the mail ID we configured in the report, okay? So SSRS report automatically pull the data and automatically send the mail to the mail ID which we configured in the report. So this is a SSRS report is nothing but automated report, okay? So here I mention what are the steps we have to follow to develop the SSRS report. Yes, I am done my talk. If you people have any question, you can ask now.
Students, you can ask questions.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, I'll be able to hear you.
Yes, sir. Like, good evening, sir. Like, so in the beginning, in the PPT only itself, like you said, project development life cycle. Like in TCS, like what type of SDLC model you follow? Like we have waterfall model, agile model. So what kind of models you follow?
We have waterfall model, okay? Waterfall model, it is nothing but we are, the project is keep on going, okay? We are keep on development. So client is come up with their additional requirement. We used to keep on development. We are currently using waterfall model in my project.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Because this is a large volume of a big project, right? So once we deploy the project, they keep on if any new function or new requirement comes, client used to discuss with my client partner about the new future. They used to share the detail with us, and we are used to keep on develop the project. Okay, my project is started actually 10 years before, but still we are developing. Okay, this is like a waterfall.
Yeah. Okay, sir. So like apart from .NET programming language, like what languages are like used to follow? Like we have Java also, C# also.
Yes, actually, if you take TCS, okay, TCS have more than 5 lakh employee, okay, 5 lakhs employee. We have 5 lakhs employee, and we have around 2,000 project, okay, 2,000 project. So, what are the technology we have in IT industry? All the technology we have in TCS company, okay. So, but the widely we are using .NET and Java, okay. But we have PHP, we have all mobile technology, we have Python. In the early days, they used to develop in Python. So whatever technology we have, everything is we have in TCS.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
But my suggestion to student refer only for Java or .NET. We have more opportunity in Java and .NET. Okay, but other technology we have, but the opportunity is minimal.
Sir, Java in the sense?
Yes. Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Sir, Java in the sense like which base?
No, actually, I don't. I am a .NET developer, so I don't have knowledge in-depth knowledge in Java. But I know we have more opportunity in Java. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I had a question like, can an undergraduate computer science student create a career in this field without pursuing his master degree?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we have the actually, yeah, we have different types of category. Okay, junior developer, developer, then project lead, then project manager, then client partner, like that. Okay. So if you are under UG UG graduated, then initially you can start with junior developer. Okay. Then if
Okay,
you
sir.
after getting more experience, you can move to developer, like that. Okay. But the opportunities are there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, like one more thing, like so like to like get interview or like to get into the TCS. So what are the procedures we have to follow? Like we have to give exams, interview process, like that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The first thing, TCS used to conduct the campus interview or two types of campus. Okay. One is on campus and another one is off campus. Okay. So off campus, in on campus, they used to directly every year, they directly to come with the college to hire the people, hire the student. The off campus that is also happen every year, but they calling students from multiple colleges. Okay, and asking in comes to in any one college to to attend the interview. So this is a campus, and if you for example, I am a TCS resource, right? So TCS have the portal, okay, website. In the portal, I can refer the resource, okay? That is a third option. So if you, for example, if I now see you, I can refer you. So, but you have to you have to attend the interview after once I referred, any opportunity is coming like matched with your profile, they will send the mail to me and you. Okay, which mail ID I ordered in the your profile. So that is a third option. So TCS employee, first option is on campus, second option is off campus, third option is TCS employee can refer the student. But if you that is only for students. But if you are experienced employee, you can enter your profile in we have the job portal, right? The Monster, Naguri, like that in India. So if you enter your profile, if you are experienced resource, then you can enter your profile in this website. From the website, TCS HR refer the your profile, whatever matched with you. Okay, that is the third option. Fourth option.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So
I already like given the exam also, TCS exam. So in there, like online exams, basically like
okay.
they conduct like logical reasonings, everything, and coding questions also there. Like there, I feel coding questions are a little bit tough if as compared to other like companies. Coding questions are a little bit tough. So like what are the things we can follow, like if you want to if you want to be better coder, so any tips like?
I actually maybe the detail I have the in internal website we have. Okay, the internal website they will instructing us what are the, for example, before I am going to refer one student. Okay, student. So in the reference checklist, they will make the give us the instruction. Okay, what are the things eligibility criteria. So maybe I still I am not referred that. If I get the chance, I will refer that and share the detail with your teachers. Okay, your professor.
Okay, sir, thanks.
Yeah. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Sir, like the organization, they need a certain criteria where the uh, employee has to meet, right? So, what are the expectations that a new employee has to meet for the organization?
Yes, actually, they if you take, okay, if they conduct the campus interview, okay, in the campus interview, basically, for example, they are hiring people for IT job. They are not checking their background, okay, whether you are coming from mechanical or whether you are coming from ECE or EEE, like that. They are not checking that. In the on the interview, how you are answering the question. Okay, what is your IQ level and how much logic technical knowledge you have. Okay, that is not, they are not checking your computer knowledge. They are checking your technical logic knowledge, like some IQ level, right? You can understand, right? What I am trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Your
Yes, sir.
IQ level, they trying to observe. But if you take my team, okay. So only we have around 20 members in my team, but only 5 members from IT industry, others from ECE, some are from mechanical, like that. But on the interview, they are checking only your knowledge. They are not checking from where you are coming from. But the second thing, they are checking your mark, okay? But okay, in the, how much percentage mark you have in your curriculum. That they will check, and they check in your knowledge, but they are not checking whether you are from IT industry or not.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think everyone is done with their question. Now we proceed to the next section. Amit, please take over.
Right, sir. Sir, I, on behalf of the whole organizing team and the students present here, Would like to thank you immensely for the time and effort you have put into despite the inconvenient time. We are blessed and are certainly knowledgeable after listening to you. Thank you again, sir.
Yeah, thank you everybody for inviting me this wonderful alumni meeting.
Now, please allow me to introduce our very own Mr. Talented, Mr. Mendan Konyak, 2018 batch for a special performance.
Big introduction.
Hello guys, am I audible?
You are audible, but you're not visible.
Yes, you are very much audible, Mr. Mandan.
But you're not visible. Kindly turn on your camera.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
can you see me now? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm in a car now. Since I came out for some meeting,
Meeting
but then like yeah.
at night. Very good.
No, I was outside since day. Thank you so much, sir, for remembering me and then letting me take part in this
How can we forget you?
alumni meet. And since you have already made your mind to make me sing, I'll be singing a very short song, a gospel song. And I have my friend here. Both of us will be singing together. Okay. Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see. Beauty that met this heart adore. Hope of my life, stand with you. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're all together loving, all together worthy, all together wonderful to me. King of all days, oh so highly exalted, glorious in heaven above. Humbly you come to the earth you created, all full of death to be tempered. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're all together loving, all together worthy, all together wonderful to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm done.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, welcome.
You never fail to amuse us with your smooth voice. It was mesmerizing to hear you sing again after a long time. Thank you so much, brother. And for the interaction with the juniors, I would like to give time to our first batch of alumni, Bengar Mayang and Sukesh Thapa, batch of 2017, to share or advise the juniors. Bengar, I request you to start first, followed by Sukesh Thapa.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Am I
Banger, please
audible?
turn on your video, Banger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we like to see your pretty face.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Nice to see you after a long time. Looking handsome as ever. Please continue.
Okay. So
You can proceed, Banger.
okay. So good morning. Good evening. So I'm currently sorry I wasn't able to give the welcome speech because the amount of participants had reached its limit, so I wasn't able to join on time. So
Which
currently,
means you were late.
I'm
Which means you were late.
pursuing my MCA in Guwahati in Assam Don Bosco University. I'm presently on my third semester now, so I just have one more semester to finish my studies. If you would like the juniors, you can ask me anything about my experiences or what you want to know about what studying MCA is like the the experiences that I've faced in my during my present course of study. So I'll give the time to juniors.
You can even ask him about Iksha village. He knows every look and corner of that place. Come.
Okay. So the first question. So we were the first batch. It was in 2017. I originally I was applying for computer science, but there were only two students, me and some other guy I don't know. So only both of us were there for the first in computer science during the registration. So after 1 week, they called us and they told us it, there aren't enough students in your current batch. So would you like to transfer to BCA? So I agreed and agreed, and we're in the first batch. We were only 10 students, 9 boys and 1 girl. So the first experience wasn't that bad because we were only the first batch. So during my time there, half of the buildings weren't even completed yet. So it was quite a unique experience being the first batch now. Okay,
1 second, Banger. Uh,
okay.
yeah, ask us.
So this, okay. So in the second question, what are my future prospects once I graduate in terms of job opportunities or higher studies? So in terms of job opportunities, if you complete BCA with enough marks, you could apply for some types of internship. Currently, during my time there, unfortunately due to Corona, I know we were supposed to for internship during our last semester, but we couldn't. We couldn't go. There were some problems due to Corona. But for the current batch, the college is the college. I heard that the college has uh, they had made some plans for every batch when they graduate. Some internships are there, some plans are there. But even on your own, you could also apply for different internships. Or suppose if you even in other fields, suppose you're not interested in the private sector. Suppose you want to apply for semi-government or even government sectors. Currently, there's no uh, there's no opportunity for BCA, but if you study MCA like me, there are some opportunities in the government sector too.
Banger, one more question here. Banger.
Okay,
So my question is like,
okay.
how many internship did you went for till now? And the second
No,
is,
okay, okay. So let me clarify this. I couldn't do any internships because I graduated in the year of lockdown. It was 2020. So there were many fears relating to going abroad for going outside our state for internships now. So I didn't apply. I had taken 1 year leave and I only started my MCA last year. It was 2021. So in terms of internship, I think the next person in line, Sukesh, he will be able to answer your questions. So let me answer this question. It's by Anup Des. What's your aim and what do you want to do after completing MC? So in terms of my aim, I have two. I currently have two aims. First step is if I get any good internship from my present college that I'm studying in Assam Tonusco, I will try to pursue those chances if I'm offered the chance. But if I'm not, I presently have some second backup plan, you might say. So there I'm planning to give the technical exams for different organizations, or even in our state of Nagaland there are some exams in CTSC technical. There those who have completed their MCA can also give. Currently, unfortunately, for BCA, there's no they can give, but for BSc Computer Science or MCA, they still can give. So those are my two plans. So any other questions? Okay,
Second year, first year, second year, third year. Anyone wants can ask question.
okay,
Abda Salam.
yes, okay. Are you in BCA right now?
Yes, Banger. Your juniors.
Okay, okay. So I would suggest you the first choice is if the college that you're studying in Saint Joseph, if they can provide you the opportunity to go for any internship, be it big or small, you might take it as a learning experience. You could try it for 6 months maybe if they are giving internships, or you can if you're able to manage it, you can even try for internships even in your final year. So or if you want to go for higher studies, even if you want to do MCA, there are still many opportunities. Even in BCA or MCA, there's no difference. It's up to you. If you search for internships, or if you have some decent marks, you can still get placement anywhere.
Another thing, Banger and all the alumni students. What I want you to mainly share with the juniors is that here, by the time you understand what the course, you'll be in the fifth semester, correct?
Yes.
And you also remember that your batches in the first semester never open your mouth in the Viva was. You remember that, right? Everyone goes and smiles, smiles and waves and comes back, and examiner was so furious. So you just educate or tell them once you have gone from here, like Sukesh has gone to VIT, then Rambitan has gone to LPU, you are going to Guwahati. So what is the real challenge there? Of course, here though no one knows about IT company or anything. They say there's no IT in my village or something. But outside though, there is, there is a lot of challenges, right? So
Yes.
as a practical aspect, you might have faced a lot because of not studying here or something, right? Especially the project, everything. What is the importance of the project?
Okay.
What is the
Okay.
difference between the ecosystem here and what is actually in the industry that you
Okay.
might know better? So you can appraise the students about that one.
Uh, like HOD said, there are some challenges. Like our college has only started; it's only running for 5 years, but the other colleges they've been running for more than 20 years. So they have they have better they have better they have better schedules in place. They already have they already have some timetables or schedules that are set in place to follow. So, uh, according in difference to Saint Joseph and my present institution, there's slight differences, but not that huge of a difference that I had some major problems. I didn't have any major problems in adjusting there because even though our HOD was strict, he he even though he was strict, he
Remind that again. Do you want to remind that again?
yes.
Tell that the HOD was
Even
not
though
strict.
yes, even though he was strict, only he even made us do our minor project report around 4 or 5 times. I forget, but due to his due to his advice and due to the things that he made us follow, it wasn't that hard adjusting to the new atmosphere in Pautin.
I'm glad that the foundation we gave you here
Yes, yes,
has been
yes,
useful to you.
yes,
But I think I don't know how Sukesh Rapa and Rambitan might have coped up because theirs is a very stricter schedule. Like the classes go up
yes,
till 9 p.m. I don't know what Sukesh is going to do.
yes. Okay. Uh, we still even in our college too. We still have strict schedules. Like we have to start our class at 9 and it finishes only at 4:30. So it yes, that's one of the fact. I think one of the slight changes that I had to adjust. It's quite tough. It's quite timetable is quite high. Start from 9 a.m. to 4:30, but we have to adjust.
That's how the science course should be. Otherwise, you won't be able to get any.
Yes, and we are only the second batch that has uh, previously before our seniors. They were the first batch that had their MCA course reduced to 2 years. Before 2 batches before us, they were running the MCA for 3 years. But from our seniors batch and our batch, they are running the MCA course up to only 2 years. So the timetables are quite stacked. So every semester we have around 7 to 8 subjects to study.
Okay, nice to know
Thank
about
you.
that. Okay, Sukesh, can you come online?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please turn on your camera and show your beautiful face.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah,
So I
just
have.
share about where you
So I.
studied and what job you have got. First, you share about that.
So. So I have to introduce myself. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you are the big brain in the
So
entire department. Don't tell me.
no, sir. It's not like that. Okay. So my good evening, everyone. My name is Sukesh Thapa. So currently I'm pursuing my MCA degree from Vellore Institute of Technology, that is in Tamil Nadu. So basically I'm doing my internship at Velocic Solutions, that is in Chennai. So so basically my job role is to for a development only, Java development. That is, I use technologies like Spring Boot, microservices, MySQLs. These things I used. So I completed my 1 month internship. Now currently I'm doing it's almost like 9 months internship. So I've completed my 1 month. So so like so anything you want to ask?
You just tell about the difference that you had in the education environment over here and over there in VIT. So what the students have to cope up to reach a level that you know how VIT is that, right? Okay, so how a big brain
Okay.
over there, you know that. So you just tell the students.
Okay. So basically, there is a lot of difference, but one similar thing is like attendance. Like 75 attendance is compulsory. So if you don't have 75 attendance, that means you are not eligible for any like exams, CAD exam, final exams. So the similar is that only, but basically the schedules are very like. Basically, we have 4 batches, afternoon and morning batches. So they divide it into morning and so basically it starts from 8 a.m. and it finishes after I think 7:30 p.m. So at in the evening or the morning we used to have theory class, and afternoon like evening we used to have practical lab classes. So basically it's that, and moreover the pressure is as compared to St. Joseph, pressure is there. So there is a lot of pressures like assignments are must, like assignments, quiz, exams. We have to give a lot of like quiz exams. So pressure is there.
They squeeze the living hell out of you. Then only you become a good programmer. Actually, the curriculum should.
Yeah.
Then only you can become complete in the industry. Correct?
Yes.
So you might have felt it during the interview.
Yes, sir.
It was much easier for you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like in interview also, they will not conduct only one interview. So basically, the formalities are like we used to have online exam first. So in online exams, basically the pattern is like reasoning and the coding sections.
Is it from C or
Reasoning
any
might
other
be
language? Yeah, it's from C language or any other language specifically they're asking?
Like you can choose any language, like you can use C++, Java, Python also you can use it. It's depend on you only, like what is your strength in language.
Okay, the juniors, this guy is the big brain in the entire department. He actually got a governor's award for the best students. So don't be so thinking that he's a little handsome fellow. He's a big brain, right? So he has more than I think 9 CGPA, right, Sarkesh? Mark is 9 CGPA, right?
Not so, I think 8.7 something.
Okay, so he's the gold medalist of the first batch. Anger was the silver medalist. Unfortunately, he couldn't come for the convocation. So anyone has any doubts, he's the right person to ask, because he has gone from here and studied in VIT, which is the 7th best institute in the entire country. So for one of our students from Nagaland to go from here to such a premier institute is by achievement by itself. So anyone who wants any guidance like internship or you want to ask, is better suited to answer you. So kindly make use of this brain. Students, you can now ask.
How many hours do you study, brother?
Sukesh,
so there is.
Sukesh, one second before you answer this, one guy is asking question.
Oh, so like.
Can I ask one question?
Arey, one
Like,
minute, wait, Tasalam. Arey, Tasalam, wait.
So like my question is like, what was your biggest project till now?
Biggest project.
Yeah. What project you have done?
So in VIT, basically like in Saint Joseph, I have done two projects that is basically follows mini and major projects. So major project is that I think I considered it's a biggest project. And coming to VIT, so basically after first semester, second semester we used to have 5-6 projects, like operating system is different, data mining projects is different. So it's depend, like we used to do a lot of projects, like cloud computing projects is different. So my biggest project, I can say it's a like I can say it's a in Saint Joseph University only, like it's HOD sir only.
What is,
Here basically
what
yeah.
is the project you did here?
So it is an Android applications, that is a doctor finder applications.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that in VIT basically is, they used to give a lot of projects, but due to like time, we cannot manage time. So we have to do like they used to have groups, like in groups within we can have 2 or more peoples. So in that, like we can't do more things, like more functions in the projects. That's
Dasalam, you can now ask.
Doing
on your
MCA
camera,
is
Dasalam.
good or
Dasalam, turn on your camera.
sir, actually I can
Okay, ask.
doing BCA is good or going for a BTech with lateral entry is good?
I would say it's BTech is good, but I would say skills matter. Skills matter. So if you done BCA and BTech also, like the syllabus are same only. So you're starting, I think, DBMS. BTechs are also starting DBMS same only. So basically skills matter now. Like they will not see your like you have coming from IIT or like you have done BTech, MTech. They will not see, they will see your technical skills, how much skills you have. Like basically it's like interview also, they used to ask from DBMS, operating systems, computer networks, and DSA, data structures. These four are the fundamentals that usually asked by the company.
Can you repeat once again?
Operating system, operating system, computer networks, data structure is must. It's the main priority, data structure. And one more thing, I think DBMS is must and data structure is must. These are the things they will ask. Like SQL commands are must. Like you have to know basics. If you know basics, you can do it. Like in SQL also, they usually ask like basic questions. If you cannot, you are not able to answer. Like if I say one question, what is the difference between drop and like not drop, truncate and delete? So if you're not able to answer this simple question also, that means your basics are not clear. That's the main thing. The basics, if you clear the basics, that means you can clear like any interview questions, like any, like you can attend to the big companies also.
No second year has any doubt. Second BCA, are you here? Sukesh, regarding the practicals over there in your VIT, is it same as like in SJU or is it different?
practical
It's
classes.
almost same only. Yeah, it's almost same only. It's not so difference, but the things are like that. Like uh, whatever the things the teacher faculty teach us, but the questions will be not same. The questions levels are different. Like if you say you're teaching arrays question, how to declare arrays, how to like how to declare array, how to print arrays in ascending order. They will teach that only, but the questions level are a little bit different. Like here in St. Joseph, we used to get questions: what is data structure, what is that, what is that. But there, the questions are different. It's like a paragraph. You have to identify the problem and you have to give the right solution, right topic, like right what you have studied. You have to give right topics on. That's the difference.
Nice to see that you're so successful. The way you're teaching itself, you can see that you have a lot of knowledge and more confidence. The one difference between what you were here and there is that your confidence level has reached so high.
Yes.
And really proud of you that you have achieved something so great. All the best for your future career. Don't forget SJU.
Thank you, sir.
It's near the university, so when you come here, drop in and visit us, okay?
I'm coming, sir.
You're here or there in Vellore?
One guy is asking challenges for giving TCS exam for coding part. Yeah. So shall I answer the questions?
Yeah,
or?
answer.
Okay. So basically is you have to prepare, like you have to like what is to prepare for JE and these things. You have to prepare like that only for TCS exam. It's not simple. It's very difficult. Like they used to have logical reasonings, aptitude to everything, like English aptitude, everything. Like English part is different, maths part is different. Around like 3 hours you have to sit for giving exams. And moreover, for coding part, I think they used to follow arrays questions. Arrays question also some parts are easy, but some parts are like little bit difficult. Like they used to introduce dynamic programming approach. Like in arrays question also we have to use dynamic programming approach. So sometimes they used to give trees questions also. So little it is difficult, but it's not so difficult. You cannot do, but you can do it. So if you have prepared well. So for that also, it's not sufficient that the teachers what you say, like you have to practice a lot coding questions, like in C++, Java, anything, Python. So there is a lot of like platforms. Where you can practice, like we have Lead Code, HackerRank. You can see the questions there. Like in arrays questions only, if you see questions there, if you go for geeks also, if you see questions, arrays questions, there is no one questions. There are thousands of questions in arrays. Strings also thousands questions. It's that's all. Data structures, in which language the company will ask the questions. It's depend on the, I would say it's depend on the interviewer. It's depend on the interview. But basically every company supposed to ask data structure only. Like you should know arrays and string, that's a must. And linked list, arrays, string, and moreover we have linked list also, stack and queue. That 5 topics are must. If you know that, that means little you can do it.
Nice for sharing your experience. I think now we can move to the 2018 batch. Amit, who is from the 2018 batch?
I did not get any names, sir.
Where is Rambitan? No one in your class, in your group. Vipato? Vipato is here. Who from the 2018 batch is here? Amit?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, just find it out. Anyone from the 2018 batch? Rambitan is here. Rembitan, Sipochen, Ajantan. No one from 2018 is here. Anyone from the 2018 batch? Anybody from the 2018 batch is here? Father? No one is here. Anyone from 2018?
Hello, sir. One more. Can I say one more thing,
Yeah,
sir?
you tell.
Like basically, students afraid of coding. So in like IT field, there is no like coding only. Like so, you can go for other fields also. Like we have data analyst, so you can approach for that also. Like if you are afraid of coding, if you don't want to be in coding part, if you're afraid, that means you can go for data analyst. We have other specialists like DevOps. We have a lot of specialists if you are afraid of coding these things.
Banker, anyone from that 2018 batch has come? Banker?
Sir, I don't think so.
No one has joined. Visato is here. Where is Mr. Visato? Who else from the 2017 batch is here? Visato?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you? Please tell
I'm fine, sir. Sorry, sir. I won't. I don't think I'll be able to open my camera. I just came home.
Oh, okay. I understand where you are now.
Sir, actually, I wanted to ask Sukesh a question because he's studying in a place very far from here. So I just wanted to ask, like, on his opinion, if it's better to start a job here as a fresher in Nagaland or as a fresher outside of Nagaland, far from home.
See, as of basically for computer science, the job market is in the metros. Okay, so the best companies are either in Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, Bombay, Noida, Delhi. These are the prime locations. Other than that, there are some locations, but they are not that much. So what I suggest is you go there to the cities, go for work for like 4 to 5 years or something, and gain good experience. Once you get an experience, as a son of the soil, you can come and set up as a company as an entrepreneur. I think for scheduled tribes, MSME is giving a lot of for you to set up some company or shop over here. So you go to the industry, learn the tricks of the trade, and you get accustomed, acquainted with all the nuances of how a company works, get lot of contacts, and then it is worthwhile you come back to Nagaland and you set up shop over here. Otherwise, without the experience and what experience you have, coming and setting up shop here is not that much advisable if you are planning like IT or something.
Thank you for your opinion, sir.
Same.
Because basically, if you study computer, the job market is outside. It's not in even in Assam, even not in Calcutta.
Yeah.
Calcutta is a center for running scam centers only. Hyderabad also you can try. That is also a good market. But Calcutta is only scam market. Don't go to Calcutta, Gurgaon. These are all fake companies area. But the other places I told you, Pune, Noida, Delhi, then what is that? Bangalore, even Mysore, there is some companies now. And Trandram, there's one IT park, but that's not that much. But Chennai is a hot hub and Hyderabad. You can figure out one of these cities and get a job over there.
Thank you, sir.
You are in Sikkim, right?
No, sir. I finished my master's and I came back on July. I came back on July. Yes.
You're trying for a job now.
Yes, sir. I thought I would get at least a
stable opportunity here, but there's no opportunity in Nagaland because I don't have experience.
Even though you get an opportunity here, the quality of the project that you do here won't be up to mark. Like for
Yes, sir.
example, I am a company. I want some the big software to be done. Means I will look for a TCS or something. Like now the finance industry of India was. Hey, Electo Sumi, can you keep quiet? And now for example, the Indian government, they gave this financial software to Infosys, right? So you can work on those kind of quality projects when the companies are big. But if you go to a very small company, they won't get that much of a big project or something. So if you get bigger projects, that means what equally your knowledge also will grow. You can try companies in Pune and all. Freshers World, this freshersworld.com is there. You go to the website, all the fresher opportunity will be given over there. The website is freshersworld.com. And you register, I don't know whether Monster India is there or not now, but Naukri is there. You can register your profile, and even LinkedIn you can put your profile and develop your skill. As Sukesh Thapa said, no? You take, like, for example, test your C skills or go to codeshare.com and develop your skills. That will be much better. Okay?
Yeah, like that's
Okay,
very
sir.
important. So it's if you want to crack any coding questions, so it's a normal you cannot crack. So it's like a paragraph questions you have to code it. So it's a very different experience, and that's what.
Anyone from the 2019 batch? 2018, no one came, huh? Okay. Yendran is also not there. Yendran, Wilson, Rambita, no. Okay. 2019, Amit?
I did not get any names from 2019 batch too.
Okay. That means if anyone wants to talk, can talk, or
Yeah.
wind up.
Sir, one more thing.
Yeah.
They ask one question. Data structures in which language the company will ask the question.
C language.
It's not like it's not language. If you are comfortable with any language, you can answer. Like if you are comfortable with C++, it's better. Like I think C++ is better as compared to C and Java, because if you see in platforms like LeetCode and HackerRank, C++ has better libraries like STL is there, standard template libraries. So you can work on there. So in C, basically there is no standard library, but library is there. But C++ has more library. Like you can do it in a quick way.
This Gideon is here, no? Mr. Gideon from 2018 batch. Gideon? Gideon is here or not?
Hello, sir, but my network is not good.
You can talk, man. Still that baby face, sir. Never changed from your online class, right? You can talk, no? Gideon?
Yes, sir.
Share your golden. You are the one who first worked in a school, right? Share your teaching experience. Because you would have better learned how you tortured your teachers. Now the students would have tortured you. First-hand experience, how was it managing some chota walas? Gideon, can you hear?
Yes, sir.
How was your experience teaching some young students like you?
It was very miserable.
Yeah?
It was very miserable.
Very miserable.
Yes, sir.
What comes around comes around back to you. But
It's
anyway, you
very
can make the
miserable.
teachers miserable,
Yeah.
but you understand how to manage the students, right? It will be a
Yes,
good
sir.
experience when you have to manage students.
Yes, sir.
Any advice you have for your juniors?
I don't have much advice, sir. I was not prepared.
Okay. Then anyone anyone from the 2000? Amit, you can ask or you can wind up. Or Menden, if he wants to give advice, he can give. Menden left, huh? Menden, Kunal. Menden and Kunal will make a good pair. Both are not here. Okay, Amit, that means you can wind up, Amit.
Sir, before that, I want to ask a question to Mr. Sukesh.
Yeah, sure, ask.
Okay, it's this question is definitely kind of different, but like, what's your take on competitive coding, like competitive coding and stuff?
Competitive coding, like you want to say, if you want to go for lead code and these things.
Please turn on your camera, Sukesh.
It's like competitive coding as a, how do I say, hobby, I guess, not as in career, but as a hobby.
No, like competitive coding is basically for product-based company. So if you want to go for like Google, you want to try for Google, Microsoft. It's for the product-based company. So startup and mid-level companies doesn't follow competitive coding. Like if you know the basics only, they will ask basics only. So if you really want to go for Microsoft and Facebook, these things, you can try for competitive. You have to know. Competitive coding is basically data structures only. If you know data structures, that is competitive coding. You can use any language like C++, but in like we are the students, like we basically use C++ and Java. C also we don't use. C++, Java and Python. These three languages for competitive coding, and any interview questions they used to ask from C++, Java and this Python only. So if you want to try for big companies, definitely you have to go for competitive coding. You have to know. They will ask you like high-level questions like greedy approach questions and dynamic programming. So based on that only you can try. You can do with the help of competitive coding. So if you know that, it will be useful for you. That's.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, Amit, you can wind up.
Okay, sir. It was good to see and hear our postal students doing well. I, on behalf of the staffs and juniors, wish you guys best of luck for your future endeavors. And I'm glad to see the hungry juniors who are eager to learn more. Keep up the good work. As every good thing has an end, it's almost time to wrap up this program. And with that, I request Mr. Shukesh Thapa, 2017 batch, to make the vote of thanks.
Please turn on the camera. Show your beautiful face.
So basically, okay, good evening everyone. So myself Sukesh Thapa, 2017 batch, on behalf of St. Joseph University and the entire fraternity of the institution. First of all, extend my sincere thanks to the Almighty God for making today's event a resounding success. With His blessings and grace, we are able to make this event what it was. On behalf of my institution, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Maria Shibu, project leader TCS, who spared time for his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today we had an opportunity to hear thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events. I would like to thank our beloved HOD, Dr. S. Pradeep Kumar Keni, Department of Computer Science, for his guidance and model support. I am happy to express a vote of thanks to our staff, Department of Computer Science, that has made this seminar a grand success through their motivation and dedications. I also like to thank alumni students who gave their valuable time to attend this special alumni meet. I would also like to thank participations for making this program a great success. I thank the wonderful students who have turned up in such great numbers. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Last but not least, a big thank you to each one of you who this alumni meet program memorable for all of us. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sukhay Sapa. In addition to that, I would also like to thank everyone for attending and for the organizers who gave me this opportunity. I really appreciate it. And I would like to call Mr. Yumkumar Ponjan, 2019 batch for the benediction.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please turn on your camera.
Okay. So let's all pray to God. Almighty God, receive us in this evening hour as we offer ourselves to you in body, soul, and spirit for the blessings of this day. We thank you for those who have led us so well in this alumni meet as we invoke your blessings upon us. Give us a still and quiet heart and mind. We thank you, O God, for this union, which reminds us of your care over us and pray that it will strengthen us for the doing of your good pleasure. And give us power to render better services to you and our fellow brothers and sisters. In Jesus' most precious name I pray. Amen.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining. You can all now leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
At last.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Monday holiday.
Sir, can you leave? Can I leave, sir?
Yeah, you can leave, Sukesh.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.